Hello everyone, hope you all are fine. Today we are going to see one important lesson, respiration in organisms. In this lesson we are going to see introduction to respiration, difference between breathing and respiration, mechanism of breathing, and breathing organ in other organisms other than human. Okay. So whatever activities we do, like walking, running, eating, everything, we human beings require three most important, that is air, water and food to survive. In these three, even without water and food, you can live for at least one day. But without this air, you can't live even 1 hour. So this invisible air has a major part in every living organisms. So now we are going to see what this air do in our human body and how it is helpful. First we are going to say about respiration. Whatever activities we do, such as walking, running, eating and even sleeping, we require energy. The energy amount may vary to maximum to minimum according to the activities we do, but however energy is very important. How do we get this energy? This energy is obtained through food we eat. So in this process, how does respiration come? That is what we are going to see now. The food we eat is stored in the cells. In this cell, the food breaks down and releases energy for the activities we do. So this process is called as respiration. So respiration is nothing but breakdown of food in the cell to release energy is called respiration. Clear? This respiration is of two types. One is aerobic respiration and the other is anaerobic respiration. So the breakdown of food, what the food is? Glucose. So the breakdown of glucose into carbon dioxide, water and energy in the presence of oxygen. Is called aerobic respiration. In the same way, the breakdown of glucose into alcohol, carbon dioxide plus energy in the absence of oxygen is called anaerobic respiration. Example for aerobic respiration is what we humans, and anaerobic respiration example is microbes. Okay, so the most important here is aerobic respiration occurs in the presence of oxygen, whereas anaerobic respiration occurs in the absence of oxygen. So next we are going to see I have told you in humans it takes place aerobic respiration, but in human also inside the muscle cells anaerobic respiration will take place. For example, if you are running for a long time, or if you are doing some heavy exercise, you will lack oxygen content in your body. During that time, the muscle cells will help to gain extra oxygen by respiring. So the extra oxygen is respired through muscle cells in the absence of oxygen. This is the reason why you develop some cramps during heavy workout. In this process, the glucose in the absence of oxygen is broken down to lactic acid and energy. This lactic acid production is the reason for this cramps in your muscle during heavy workout. So next topic we are going to see difference between breathing and respiration. Now I hope you are clear with what is respiration. Next I will explain you what is breathing. Then we can see the difference. So breathing is nothing but taking in air and exhaling in the other air. As you all know, what do we inhale? That is oxygen. And what do we exhale? That is carbon dioxide. It is not the matter we inhale only the oxygen and we exhale only the carbon dioxide. It is the matter of percentage. The inhaling percentage of oxygen is 21%, whereas carbon dioxide is inhaled in 0.04% only. So, since the rate of percentage of oxygen is high, we are saying inhaling is only through oxygen. The same way, the exhaling rate of oxygen content will be around 16.4%, whereas carbon dioxide will be 4.4%. So the exhaling percentage of carbon dioxide is high, so we are exhaling carbon dioxide. So now what is breathing? The process of inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide continuously is called as breathing. Right? Next I am going to explain what is breathing rate. Breathing rate is nothing but number of times a person breathes per minute is called as breathing rate. Now I am going to conduct one experiment to prove you that carbon dioxide is exhaled while we are breathing. For this experiment, I am going to take lime water in a glass and a straw. Lime water is nothing but calcium carbonate solution. Don't confuse it with lemon water, right? So, if I am blowing air into this lime water, you can see the changes in it. If you see, the lime water solution will turn milky in color. This proves the carbon dioxide content in this lime water solution. So next we are going to see difference between breathing and respiration. Breathing is the process of inhalation and exhalation of air, whereas respiration is the process of breaking down of glucose in the cells to produce energy. Breathing takes place with series of organs such as nose, trachea, lungs, diaphragm, etc. Whereas this respiration takes place in cells. So this is the difference between breathing and respiration. Now we are going to see the mechanism of breathing. The air we inhale is first entered into the nasal passage, then into the oral cavity, then through the pharynx and trachea it enters the lungs. Lungs is covered by pair of ribs, and under this lungs you will be having a muscular organ called diaphragm. The mechanism of breathing will be during inhalation. When you inhale the air, the ribs will move back, whereas diaphragm also will move inside. But during exhalation process, the ribs will move out and the diaphragm will move downwards. This is the major difference in inhalation and exhalation of breathing. I hope now you are clear with the mechanism of breathing. Next topic is respiration in other animals. As of lungs is for humans, The other animals such as cockroach, they have spiracles under their skin to perform this respiration, whereas insects have series of air tubes called trachea to respire, whereas earthworm respires through its slippery skin. This is for terrestrial animals. Whereas if you see for aquatic animals like fish, it has special organ called gills to respire, whereas for frog we have both lungs and skin. If you see, these are all terrestrial animals, that is they live only on land, and this is aquatic animal as it lives only in water. But if you take frog, it is an amphibian, that is it lives both on land and in water. While it is living on land, it respires through lungs, and when it lives under the water, it respires through skin. So this is the special property of amphibians. I hope you are clear with other animals' respiration. Now we are going to see respiration in plants. In the leaves of the plants, we have tiny pores called stomata, through which exchange of gases such as O2 and CO2 takes place. So in plants, stomata is the respiratory organ for the exchange of gas. I hope you are clear. So as a summary of the lesson, what we have learned till now: respiration is the process in which glucose breaks down to produce energy in the cells. And the respiration is of two types, namely aerobic and anaerobic. Where aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. Next we saw what is breathing. Breathing is nothing but inhalation of oxygen and exhalation of carbon dioxide. This is called breathing. Next we saw mechanism of breathing, where the ribs will move inward and outward, and the diaphragm will move upward and downward during inhalation and exhalation process. After this we saw respiration in animals such as cockroach, where it is through spiracles. Spiracles is a part which is present in the skin of the cockroach. Then insects, they have air tube called trachea. Then for earthworm, through skin. For fish, it is through gills, and for amphibian such as frog, through both lungs and skin. Whereas the respiration in plants takes place through stomata. So these are the important topics in this lesson. I hope you are clear in it. Thank you.